Welcome to Firewall's Flashpoints, the show that digs into global fault lines, systemic fractures, and the trenches where real people live. Today, we are talking about the education tax, a generation trench war, what we would like to call the invincible debt. So, welcome back to Firewall's Flashpoints, the podcast that maps the world's hidden fault lines, not the ones carved by borders or air armies, but the ones buried in policy, economics, and the systems we are told to trust. Today, we are tracing a fracture running straight through the UK workforce, 267 billion in student debt. If you graduated in 2010, you are standing on one side of the trench. If you graduated in 2015 or later, you are on the other side. And between you lies a lifetime of compound interest, the great divergency. So 2010 versus now, and that's the firewall. The 2012 fee hike wasn't a simple price rise. It was a full-scale rebuild of the financial architecture of higher education. The stats, so we have what they call Plan 1 graduates. Some of these will actually clear their balance. And then we have Plan 2 graduates who entered a 30-year repayment cycle where interest outruns the income. So what's the point? In 2010, you bought an education. In 2026, you are subscribing to one. And the subscription price goes up every time inflation breathes. Now, the government's bank debt, that's the flashpoint. Why not write off this debt? The insight, because the government treats student loans as assets, a convenient accounting illusion that keeps the national deficit looking cleaner than reality. And the argument is they collected hundreds of thousands from frontline workers, teachers, nurses, social care staff, yet the debt keeps growing. Because the system isn't designed to be repaid, it's designed to function as a permanent 9% tax on aspiration. So, what is the economic trench? Let's look at the global view, starting with the US, which sits on 1.7 trillion student debt. Many European countries treat education as a public good, not a revenue stream. So, what's the takeaway from our discussion today? When you tax the most educated 9% more than everyone else, you don't just fund universities, you slow home ownership, delay families, and choke the very economic growth graduates were told they will fuel. And what is the firewall? If the firewall is the debt ceiling, the flashpoint is the moment a generation realizes they've been sold a dream on a subprime education mortgage. You are not paying for a degree, you are paying for the right to work. Until next time, keep your firewall high and your eyes on the flashpoints.